I can't get over this stuff. And, you know, again, in the first segment, we showed you the ones that relate to 9/11. It looks like the Twin Towers on this card right here, while one's being blown up, it does say terrorist nuke, which is obviously different than what happened on 9/11. But then you also see the Pentagon being attacked. Remember, the Pentagon is probably the most well-defended place in the entire world. Listen, back in 2001 when 9/11 happened, our military budget, our public military budget, outside of the black ops money that we have, and there's plenty of black ops money, I promise you that, we spent more on our defenses than the next 4 biggest nations combined. Let me say it again. The next 4 biggest nations combined. And they had the foresight to see the Pentagon being attacked? Yikes. Yikes. Folks, I could go through this all night. Big media. And then the bimbo at 11. Info babes, anybody? Selling you Fox News, Johnny Nonsense? That's right. I mean, these cards were really a window into the future and now the present. We're going to come back. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. We're going to take your calls. 866-582-9933. We are back. We're going to jet through your phone calls. We got R.J. Harris coming up at the top of the hour. But first, I want to thank one of our great sponsors helping to make this show possible. It's ecigaretteschoice.com. E-cigarettes choice. I mean, it looks like I'm holding a cigarette here, folks, if you're watching over at prisonplanet.tv. But this is something you can smoke inside. It's this easy. It's not real smoke. There's no tobacco. You get your nicotine fix. And it is, again, indoors. You live in New York? Is it freezing out? You don't want to leave the bar to go out in the bitter cold to have a smoke? You don't have to anymore. It's as simple as this. Lights up and everything at the end so you know you're pulling. ecigaretteschoice.com. I actually got off the phone with my mother right before the show. I'm going to be sending her the other model. It looks like I'm Hunter Thompson in that one. This is the Mini. And it's just a really cool product, and I'm proud to have them as a sponsor. ecigaretteschoice.com. Go check it out. If you're trying to quit smoking, if you're sick of going outside to smoke, this is the product for you. All right, I said I'd take your calls. Let's go to Joey in Texas. Joey, you're on the line.
Yeah, are my kids going to die 1 month after taking their vaccines?
Oh, look who it is.
Yeah, they're going to die 1 month later.
Oh, look who it is. Oh, it's not Joey in Texas. It's Redneck Retard in Virginia. There it is.
Oh, my kids are going to be dead 1 month after
I'll tell you what.
vaccine.
You give them that Baxter vaccination.
They've already had their vaccine.
You give them that Baxter vaccination. You see what happens to your kids. You want them to take a vaccine from somebody who was caught putting 2 types... Did they get caught putting 2 types of live bird flu in their vaccines or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Did they get caught doing it? Of course they did. It doesn't matter. Listen, wear your Dodgers hat, eat your GMO foods, and continue to be retarded. If you want to kill your kids, that's your business. I feel really bad for them that they have a retard for a father. Somebody who has an IQ not much larger than my baby pit bull I had on the air today. I mean, seriously, man. You go ahead, give it to him. I feel bad for him. I'm not going to let my sister's about to have a baby, okay? No, he's not getting vaccinated. I'm on the phone with her every day. I'm like, listen, you need to tell them you're a conscientious objector. I'll tell you what's not going to happen to my nephew, okay? He's not going to get autism. He's not going to take the flu vaccination. He's going to live. He's not going to get sick either. It's unbelievable to me how thick-headed you are and retarded you are. The PR woman from Baxter said that vaccine wasn't for people. It was for studies. So let's just take it from him. Moron. All right, let's go to Jim in Tennessee. Jim, you're on the air. Oh, Alex in Washington, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
Hi, Jason. Hi. I had a quick comment for a couple of callers who are anti-Semitic and they want to blame everything on Jews. Mm-hmm. But they actually don't know that most of these people, they're Zionists. They're not Jews. Like Alan Greenspan, Bloomberg.
Listen, this is the way I look at it, man. Judaism is a religion, Okay? It's a religion. These guys don't believe in Judaism. Or if those other people want to believe that, quote unquote, Jew is a race, an ethnicity, not everybody is Jewish that's doing this. Not everybody is a child of Israel. There are plenty of Anglo-Saxon people in this. There are plenty of people down in South America that are helping with the New World Order. There are plenty of people who are in Europe helping with the New World Order. There are plenty of people in Russia helping with the New World Order. And guess what? It has nothing to do with Judaism or being Jewish. It's absolutely ridiculous. Are a lot of these guys Zionists, a.k.a. pro-Israel? You bet they are. I mean, you bet they are. And we don't shy away from that term. But when people start calling in and calling people, he's a crypto Jew, that dirty Jew rat, they're just anti-Semites that want to kill off a race of people. I got news for those people. Killing off an entire race, genocide, isn't going to help anything. The same people will still be at the top, and they will still be manipulating us. Continue.
Yeah, and then also my other comment was about the CEO of Apple. I don't know if he's part of the Illuminati, but every car he drives, he doesn't put license plate on his vehicle.
Who is this?
And, Steve Jobs, the CEO.
Oh,
of
Steve
Apple.
Jobs. Well, Jobs has been to the Bilderberg meetings before, just like Steven Spielberg has and just like Bill Gates has. And I would be hard-pressed to think that, I don't know necessarily if Steve Jobs is a bad guy or one of these globalists, but they always recruit from the upper echelons. In other words, they use Rhodes scholarships. They use those who are big in business, and they take them in. And those people are really compartmentalized because they didn't quite grow up in these families that are intergenerational. They may not know that they're being used as a dupe. And is Macintosh an evil company? I don't like Macintosh. I'll be dead honest. I rail against the iPhone all the time. I think that the G5 is overrated. I don't like the iPod mentality that's out in the world today. But I don't necessarily know that Steve Jobs is an evil guy. I just know that he is a tool of the elite.
Right, because he has Al Gore on his board, and he's really good buddies with CEO of Google and stuff. So
yeah, oh, absolutely. Is he in the network? You bet he's in the network. Is he calling the shots? I very much doubt it. I thank you for the call, Alex. Let's go to Aaron in Minnesota. Aaron, you're on the line.
What's up, Jason?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I guess a few things here. I got to bounce around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I have to say that these egomaniacs with inferiority complexes that are making all the decisions. I guess I have to look back at myself and kind of go, well, if I want to control people, I'm in a lot of fear, and a lot of these things that they're doing right now is because it's fear-based, and they know they're going to get retaliation.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I have this little quote: selfishness, self-centeredness, that we think is the root of our troubles. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows, and they retaliate. Sometimes they hurt us, seemingly without provocation, but we invariably find that at some time in the past we have made decisions based on self, which later place us in a position to be hurt. So, their actions are basically selfish, self-seeking, and they're doing this just because they know they're going to get hurt.
Well, on top of that, they really, especially at the upper echelons, and I thank you for the call, they have this do as thou wilt mentality. They really do believe like they're supposed to rule over us. And a lot of their actions are taken out of fear. Why are they trying to shut down the internet? Well, because the internet is having a huge effect against them. That's why there are two separate acts right now in Congress, the Cyberbullying Act and the Cybersecurity Act. And both of them are so Orwellian, so draconian, it is unbelievable. It is outright attack on free speech all around the world with these acts. I mean, when they say, oh, it's for the children, this cyberbullying is causing kids to get depressed, they like that. They like depressed kids because they can put them on Prozac and Zoloft and Prilosec, and if that doesn't work, well, why don't you just take some Abilify with that? That'll be good. They get you all drugged up, and that's more like Brave New World. But do these people do things out of fear? You bet. You bet they do. But at the top, it's more than that. These guys really do believe they should be our gods, they should be our rulers, and they really do believe like they're better than me. They're more evolved than me. And I'm the first one to say, I am a human being just like anybody else. I am no better than somebody who was born and raised in Iraq or Brazil or the Czech Republic or Alaska or Antarctica. I am a human